Police department!
Not done smoking.
Athena! Police department!
Yep.
Alright, just don't touch anything, but looks like a lot of pills. Oh, wait, no. There's a lot of blood.
This officer has just discovered the body of Athena Valentini, dead in her own home. Determined to bring her killer to justice, investigators begin by speaking with those closest to Athena, hoping to understand what might have led to her tragic death.
When's the last time you've seen her and talked to her?
It was probably 2 days ago, and I think I heard her either last night or the night before. She was talking to someone in Hungary, and I think it was her son. But her dog's not up front. She usually leaves her dog, her little beagle, out in the front. And he's not out front. She's not out front right now.
As detectives review security footage from outside Athena's condo, they begin to piece together her typical routine, chatting with neighbors, walking her dog, nothing out of the ordinary. But on the night of her murder, one chilling detail stands out. A dark-clothed figure walking away from the condo, with Athena's dog following close behind. The beagle was known to only be friendly to people he knew, yet he appears quite comfortable with the suspect, begging one question. Could Athena's killer be someone so close that even her dog trusted them? It's 11:47 a.m. on October 25th, 2018, and 64-year-old Athena Valentini is late for her nursing shift at California Men's Colony in San Luis Obispo County, California. This was unlike the hard-working Hungarian immigrant who was known for her professionalism and punctuality during her decades of work in the prison system.
Grover Beach Police.
Yes, this is Officer Cook calling from California Men's Colony.
Hi, how can I help you?
Just calling to let you know that there's going to be 2 officers conducting a welfare check at 561 South 9th Street.
A corrections officer requests that Grover Beach Police conduct a welfare check at Athena's condo, and as an officer arrives, he's greeted by 2 corrections officers from the prison.
Welfare check on a registered nurse that never showed up for work this morning.
Oh.
So get here. We know she only has one vehicle registered to her from our information.
Mm-hmm.
She's not answering the door. We spoke with a neighbor. She said the last time she saw her was 2 days ago, but she did hear her yesterday speaking Hungarian. She is Hungarian, and that's all she knows.
You been having problems with her or anything?
No. She, the neighbor said that she has
Adam 12. Any contacts at this address? Go ahead.
She said that she has a regular routine. She locks the gate. She's got a small gate out front.
Okay.
Locks it with a padlock. Has a dog that she leaves out front.
Okay.
The padlock's not there. It's unsecure. There is no dog. She said that her son lives in the area. We tried contacting him. No answer.
Okay.
So
no answer with her phone either?
No.
Huh. Any cars that are hers?
This is her only registered.
This is hers,
vehicle.
yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think?
And that was confirmed by the neighbor as well. She says she drives a white
You guys were around 28?
white Jeep. No, we haven't ran it.
Adam 12, 28. What's her name?
Athena Valentini. The neighbor knew half of her license plate, so it matches.
So the door's unlocked then?
I didn't make entry. I just checked the door on, and it is unlocked. I don't know about the deadbolt. Then partner here saw some red type of substance on the blinds. So I don't know if that'd be enough for you.
You guys are scaring the shit out of me. Well, it's good enough if you guys are going to request to check the welfare.
Yeah.
I don't need a warrant. I just go in.
Okay. So we're not authorized to make entry.
10-4. They're requesting to check the welfare. Doors unlocked. This one, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys yell in there?
No, we never opened the door. So I don't even know if the deadbolt's on this side of the door. Let's see, here's the red. Could be paint, could be whatever.
As corrections officers, the 2 men are not legally authorized to enter the property, despite the front door being unlocked and spotting a blood-like substance on the blinds. But this is enough to give police probable cause to enter Athena's home, where he immediately finds evidence of a chaotic crime and a concerning smell in the air.
Police department! Athena! Not done smoking. Athena! Police department! Athena! Police department! Yep. 11:44. I don't know. Code 4. 11:44. Alright, just don't touch anything, but looks like a lot of pills. Oh, wait, no. There's a lot of blood.
The officer finds the house ransacked, a bottle of pills scattered on the bedroom floor, and Athena lying face down in a pool of blood. A coroner's report later states that Athena was most likely approached from behind with the killer's knife wrapping around her neck before slashing it multiple times.
Can't really tell for slice marks. Fam 6, do we have a David unit available? Okay, yeah, let's finish and then I'll have you guys just stand outside. Just don't leave until I get your guys' info or something. And
No, we're not going to go anywhere.
yeah, we're not gonna touch anything. Looking at that, it's I can't tell if she sliced herself or something came out.
Okay.
10-9?
Place is definitely ransacked.
Okay, we'll just we're clear. Let's go ahead and step out. Yeah, don't leave if you don't mind. Let me get your info, but
Oh, we won't go anywhere, but...
Yeah. Until we get somebody to move her, I can't tell how she went.
Copy.
So
I'm going to call.
yeah, you can move your unit up.
You check.
We checked. The dog's not here. There's no cars in the garage. Nothing has been touched. We just did a search real quick. Clothes are like they are.
Has the coroner been requested yet?
No, only because I was waiting for help to come and so I can secure the area.
Hello, Sergeant Ravina, Grove Beach PD. I'm trying to get a little more information on your neighbor here at the first department.
Yeah, I just talked to Officer Josh Cook from the Sheriff's Department.
No, he's with the corrections.
Oh, well, it said Sheriff on his badge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I already gave him all the information. What did you want to know?
When's the last time you seen her and talked to her?
It was probably 2 days ago, and I think I heard her either last night or the night before.
You heard her?
Yeah, she was talking to someone in Hungary, and I think it was her son.
Oh, on a phone or something like that?
No, in person.
Okay.
But her dog's not up front. She usually leaves her dog, her little beagle, out in the front, and he's not out front. She's not out front right now. Her
Okay.
car is here.
Right, I see that. And it's a little beagle, you said?
Yeah, little beagle. I think that's the brand.
As police lock down the scene and talk to neighbors, they're left with several burning questions. Where was Athena's 27-year-old son, Levente Lazar? Where had her beloved beagle gone? And who could have murdered this easygoing, unassuming nurse? Detectives must investigate every possibility. But to do so, they need to see who Athena had recently been in contact with. Yet, despite finding multiple chargers, her phone is curiously missing from the scene. Investigators must wait to receive phone records from Athena's cell phone provider, but in the meantime, find a curious clue. A receipt from a UPS store, time-stamped 3:26 p.m. the previous day. They review store security footage and see a smiling Athena at the counter speaking with staff. So how could she have met such a grisly fate just hours later? Detectives hope for answers from her son, Levente, in the small college town of Bloomington, Indiana, nearly 2,200 miles away. But first, local police notify him of his mother's death.
Hi.
Hello, are you Lazar? Or Mr. Lazar?
Yeah, Levente Lazar.
Okay, is Miss Valentini your mother?
Yes.
Can I step in and speak to you, please?
My girlfriend lives here, but sure.
Is it, you live here with her, though?
Yeah, she's here and
Yeah.
a dog.
Okay, would you mind if I come in?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, thank you. Puppy? He's on. Hello, how are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
Doing pretty well. I was contacted this afternoon by the St. Louis Obispo County Sheriff's Department or District Attorney's Office. I don't remember which one.
Okay.
Your mother's passed away. I'm very, very sorry for that, obviously.
What happened?
I don't know. They didn't really give me any details. They just asked that we come and make a notification to you
Okay.
and then have you get in touch with them.
Do you have a phone number?
I do. I have a phone number for you. We've written down already. It's Casey Neal, and that's his telephone number.
And you don't have any other details?
No, he will be able to. He'll be able to give you any kind of detail, whatever. And that's general practice. They don't really tell us a whole lot when, it's,
Okay.
especially when it's out of state. They just ask us to come and make a notification.
Okay.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you so much for
Obviously-
the house call, though.
Obviously, that's very.
Yeah.
hard thing to have to deal with. So,
Yeah.
but he should be able to give you any information. I do need to get a telephone number for you if I can.
Sure.
Levente appears shocked by the news and contacts Assistant Chief Investigator for the DA, Casey Neal, minutes later. He claims not to have seen his mother in months and that he was in Bloomington on the day of her death. Police study security footage from outside Athena's condo and note her normal routine. She interacts with neighbors and walks her dog, but has no out-of-the-ordinary encounters with anyone else. But detectives soon spot something far from ordinary from the night of her death. A dark-clothed figure walking away from the condo, with Athena's dog following close behind. Police use a series of security cameras to follow the figure's path and watch as the leashless dog follows along. The beagle was known to only be friendly to people he knew, yet he appears quite comfortable with the suspect, begging one question. Could Athena's killer be someone so close that even her dog trusted them? But this footage didn't only show the suspect walking away from the crime scene, it showed him walking toward it as he talked on a cell phone around 6:30 p.m., about 5 hours before Athena's death. As authorities investigate Athena's cell phone data, they discover a series of common numbers she is normally in contact with, but one breaks the pattern. A new number with an Ohio area code she had multiple calls with on October 24th, including the exact same time she was seen talking on the phone at the UPS store. And around 6:30 p.m., when the individual was walking towards her house, also talking on the phone. Investigators now know that whoever this shadowy suspect is, the one Athena's dog seems so comfortable with is most likely the killer. Investigators issue a search warrant for the phone with the 513 area code and discover it to be a prepaid burner subscribed to Jacob Keith out of Cincinnati, Ohio. The name has no connection to Athena, but when a second warrant is issued to determine where the phone was purchased, it becomes another piece of the puzzle, leading them ever closer to their suspect. The phone is found to have been purchased at a Best Buy half a mile from Levente's home. After being activated and immediately shut off in Bloomington on October 22nd, the phone was turned back on in Oklahoma the next day. It then traveled across the country, finally arriving in Grover Beach on October 24th. It then left the area at 11 p.m. the next day, just after the suspect was seen walking away with Athena's dog. Investigators also run Levente's license plate and find that it's been captured by multiple cameras between California and Indiana. With the evidence against Levente piling up, investigator Casey Neal goes to Bloomington to have a chat with him. Could Athena's own son be the one responsible for her murder?
Mind if I close this just for privacy?
Sure.
Okay. Can you sit over? I might want to set some stuff, so.
Okay.
You kind of set it over here to. Okay, records. So, I wanted to first again extend my condolences.
Thank you.
I know this is a very difficult
Yes.
thing to deal with, and I just wanted to let you know that we all wanted to extend our condolences and work very hard on this case.
Thank you.
Now, to give you a little more information, so I know when I talked, so your mom, I believe she was attacked and killed on the 24th of October.
What day is that?
That was
Wednesday.
Thursday. So let me look at the calendar.
Because I don't know the dates.
Yeah, sure,
Sorry.
sure. Yeah, so it was Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. So you talked to her on Monday, right?
Yes.
And then you
and then
went
she,
to Indianapolis on Tuesday. It was the 23rd.
Correct.
Okay, so then Wednesday is when I believe she was killed.
Okay, and she texted me.
And she texted you on
Thursday.
Thursday, on the 25th.
Yes.
At 9 p.m. Okay.
Since about Monday of last week, so when Monday, the day I spoke to her, I've been in like 100-mile range.
Of your house?
Yeah, of Bloomington.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's kind of what I need a little bit of help with, is because, and you've had your phone with you that whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I looked in your phone, I was able to get records for all your recent people that have called your mom.
Okay.
And so your number was one of them on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So they came back with those records when I asked from AT&T.
Okay.
And so they show your phone going to Springfield, Missouri on the 23rd, I believe. 22nd, 23rd. Can you help me explain that?
Not Missouri. I went to Mount Vernon in Missouri, but that was, I'm sorry, in Illinois.
I thought that was Illinois, yeah.
Yeah, but that's as far as I went. I didn't go to Missouri that day, or that week.
Levente sticks to his story that he was at home in Indiana at the time of his mother's murder, but he's about to be shown the evidence that proves otherwise.
And that's the only phone you have?
That's the only phone I had. I had this since January of last year.
Huh.
Now,
It's just strange. I mean, so basically when our phones travel, they talk to cell phone towers?
Correct.
Right, so you're a smart guy. You probably know better than me. But
now, I have,
every time they connect to a tower,
yeah.
it shows the tower's location.
Yeah.
Your phone has to be within close proximity of those towers.
Right.
So the fact that your phone shows going from your house basically to the Springfield, Missouri.
I understand. I understand.
On the 22nd, 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not in Missouri last month. June was the last month I was in Missouri.
Huh.
Late June.
And the other curious thing is, so on the 25th, 24th, 25th, I believe on the 25th, your phone is showing up in Texas.
Despite the cell tower data disproving his claims, Levente says that he hasn't been to Missouri in months. But there's several other states he soon denies having traveled through, as well as the existence of a certain burner phone traveling with him.
So when I looked at your phone records, what I did was I had looked at the other callers that called your mom, okay? And I found another Cincinnati, Ohio number that looks like it was traveling with your phone to your mom's house. And
I don't have another phone either.
yeah, well, so when I looked at that and I put the two records together,
Oh, I understand.
I have a map from your house to your mom's house.
Oh, to my mom's house.
Correct.
Okay.
With those two phones, it maps directly from your house on the 22nd to your mom's house on the 24th.
I can promise you, I was not.
Okay.
I was not in California except January.
Listen to me for a sec here. So
Sure.
when I looked at that,
Yes.
I checked. There's other systems that we can check that they have what's called a license plate reader.
Okay.
Okay. And when the license plate gets scanned on that as you're driving down the road, it takes a picture of your car. Okay. And the picture it took in Texas and in Arizona and in California is a picture of your car.
I was not in California this year. All right, except in January.
Okay. Listen to me.
Listen.
Okay. All those records clearly show it was your Jeep. Okay. There's video surveillance cameras on your mom's apartment. Did you know that?
I did not.
Video surveillance cameras show you going into your mom's apartment when she was murdered. I already know that you're the one that went there. Okay. I need you to help me understand why you did this to your mom.
I didn't do anything to my mom.
Levente, it's clear to me. There's clear as day, unfortunately. We went and bought that phone at Best Buy. You're on video there buying that phone, the Cricket wireless phone that you used during this trip. I have you on video there. I have your video on your mom's house. I have video afterwards with Athena leaving. Okay?
Casey,
You have to accept, we're past that part, okay? I know it's tough. This is something that's been hard to talk about, but
No, there's nothing hard to talk about. It's the fact that I
explain
didn't.
to me why you killed her mom.
I didn't.
Did something happen there? You know what I've looked into? Listen to me for a minute. You know what I've looked into? It sounds to me like your mom was kind of a taskmaster. And she, I know she was upset a little bit about, your choices for school, and that she would kind of push on you a little bit.
No, but she didn't even want me to go into academia. She wanted me to be a nurse, an RN.
Well, listen, I can understand growing up how you had a tough childhood. Okay, and I know you guys moved here. You lost your father.
Casey,
she has many different men.
Since I was 18, since 2010, I have been independent. I have never relied on her financially, emotionally. I mean, we've shared bonds, but that was it. Like she never controlled when I went to Davis, when I switched majors. She wanted me to be a doctor.
Levente denies any involvement in the murder of his mother, but he's now shown evidence he can't deny, a possible motive for his crime, and photos of his vehicle driving to California.
Let me show you a couple things here. Okay, just so you know. This is your house right here where this is.
Yes.
This is your mom's house. Okay. You understand that the pictures caught you along the road. Okay. That's your Jeep, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're telling me about being in Indiana and never leaving and not seeing your mom in January this year
No, I saw her in
is
January.
clearly, well, you were at her house on the 24th of October. Levente, do you see what I'm showing you? You want to see more? Your pictures of your Jeep was taken all along your route with you in it. Okay? The video at your mom's house showed you driving by at 3:30 that afternoon, okay, in your Jeep. Understand what all this says is that you were. So for you to sit here and tell me that makes zero sense, and it doesn't look, good for you, okay? What I'm trying to understand is, did something happen when you were there that caused a struggle with your mom?
No.
Were you just mad at her? Do you need money?
No. I don't need money.
So what happened? Tell me what happened. That's the only way we're going to understand this a little bit better.
Levente claims to be a successful day trader working for Disney, but when investigators delve into his finances, they tell a very different story. He's living off a dwindling annuity from one of his mother's ex-boyfriends and is now almost $100,000 in debt. But how does he explain the series of phone calls from the burner phone to Athena, or video footage of him buying it at Best Buy?
I watch you go in and out of the house. I watch you. Your mom actually had a video surveillance of her house because she was worried about the transients. Okay. I watched you do it. Okay.
What do you mean you watched me do it? I didn't do anything.
What happened that day? What happened in your life around that time where you decided
Nothing.
I have to do this?
Nothing.
Was it a spur of the moment? So your mom, you called her that day several times, and she actually told her friends about it and left voicemails about talking to you.
Yeah.
On the 24th.
Yeah, I spoke to her.
You told me earlier that you didn't. You said on the 22nd. No, but you called her from the phone that you bought at Best Buy.
I didn't. I only have one phone. I only have one phone, Casey.
Did you not buy a phone at Best Buy?
No. I did not.
Do you want me to show you the video of it?
Sure.
Okay. That's your Jeep.
Sure.
Okay. That's in Texas.
Okay.
Okay. That's where your phone is hitting a tower.
Okay.
That's where the phone you bought at Best Buy is hitting a tower. Okay? Right there.
Okay.
Where you picture your Jeep.
Yes.
You in it. Okay?
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Help me explain that.
I can't because I don't know, Casey.
Okay. So this is on the 23rd when you're driving out to California.
Okay.
Okay. This is on the 25th when you're driving back
Okay.
to Indiana.
Okay.
Okay. This is in Arizona when you're getting closer to California. I've got tons of these. You realize that?
I understand.
Like everywhere you went.
Yeah.
You got captured on video.
Okay.
You understand that? You got captured everywhere you went.
And you have
There's video surveillance of you at the house. I'll probably show you that too. I have 100 gigs of video and data on this computer, all showing you, Levente.
I'm waiting because I did not see my mom.
You did not see your mom.
I did not see my mom this year, or except in January 2018.
You're on video at her house, Levente. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? What you're saying flies in the face of reason.
No, I understand what you're saying. What I don't understand is reason.
Okay.
Proof, I guess.
Okay. Is that not your Jeep driving in front of your mom's house? That's on the 24th of October.
I can't. I mean, I saw the Jeep.
Okay, that's your Jeep, correct?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I just saw a
let's watch
white
it again. Here you go. Okay. What's that in that corner?
sticker.
Right. Okay. That's your sticker. Exact place you have on your Jeep, correct?
Okay.
What's that sticker? Exact sticker you have on your Jeep. Is that correct?
I didn't see the second sticker, but
Okay.
okay.
So this is in front of your mom's house.
Okay.
On 1024, look. At 1527, which means 327.
I didn't see my mom. The next day, I didn't see.
Explain that to me then.
I don't know.
That's your Jeep.
How do you know that's my Jeep, though? Can you show me proof of me?
You realize there's you and Athena walking away. Okay. Right I have you on video going all the way up the street to where you parked. Do you realize that?
That's not me. That's not me. How can that be me?
Because it was you. Okay?
You showed one person walking by with a dog.
I have lots of video. They're hard to get to on this. But do you not understand? Okay, so listen, if you were me, okay, and I know that your phone starts at your house here in Indiana.
And that there's a cricket phone.
And you bought I have video watching you. I looked at you yesterday, watched all the video of you going in and buying this phone.
Faced with a growing trove of technological evidence against him, Levente finally admits to buying the burner phone for personal reasons he refuses to share.
Are you telling me that you did not buy that phone at Best Buy? That was not you?
Yes.
You were telling me that?
Yes.
Okay, so I have video of you doing that. Did you buy the phone at Best Buy?
The cricket?
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay, why did you buy that phone?
Personal reasons.
Like what?
Personal reasons.
Can you explain that to me?
No, because it has nothing to do with this. It has nothing to do with my mom or...
Well, you called your mom from it.
I did.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I spoke to her for like an hour.
Yeah. What did you guys talk about?
Many different things. The promised ring, my mom's job, the doctor's visit, talked about Joseph. That was it. That is what comes to mind.
Okay.
It's one crack in his armor that soon leads to a major revelation. Yet, his excuses continue to defy all reason.
I was in California. But I didn't go see my mom. I didn't see her. I drove by her place.
What'd you
I went to Los Angeles. I went to Los Angeles too, and I could prove it to you. I could show it to you.
Okay.
To buy marijuana.
Okay.
And I bought medicinal marijuana. I went to it's on Venice Street in Los Angeles. That's why I went to California.
Okay.
And
How do you show that to me?
How?
Yeah.
I have weed in my house.
Okay. And how much did you buy?
About $120 worth.
$120 worth of weed.
It's 15 grams.
Levente claims to have driven from Bloomington to Grover Beach over 32 hours and 2,220 miles simply to buy $120 worth of marijuana. Levente also claims to have driven to his mom's house to pay her a visit, but when he saw that she wasn't home, simply turned around and drove back to Indiana.
Drove all the way through.
You just drove all the way through?
Yes.
Okay. And you got to California on Thursday? About what time?
Afternoon. It was about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock when I went to Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what did you do then?
I went into this dispensary and I bought marijuana, and then I left, and then I was going to surprise my mom to go up.
Mm-hmm.
I went all the way up, but she wasn't there.
Okay. And then where did you go after that?
I left.
What time did you leave?
I left Central Valley, or my mom's place,
Mm-hmm.
3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Thursday.
You left from your mom's place at 3 or 4?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I just went home. It doesn't even matter. Let's just do this, because you know what?
Well, to me, what matters is...
I know what matters. You're trying to get to a motive, but there is no motive here.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, listen to me for a minute.
This whole thing,
This-
it's not only just that my mom died, but now my whole life is gonna be just fucking raped. Just by the news, by you guys saying that didn't leak that story. Give me a break. Okay, and now you're gonna go through my stuff and my girlfriend's belongings and stuff? Jesus Christ, it's gonna ruin her. Okay? All because, and you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out. Okay, but in the end, it doesn't affect you. I could move on. It's not a big deal. There's a million fish out there, but damn, man.
It's not about who did it. Okay, I know you did it, but here's what like the jury's going to see, or Hannah's going to see. More importantly, is you either one, cold-blooded killer who has no remorse and killed your mom, planned it, did it. Or 2, something would happen there when you went to see your mom that I don't know about, that you cannot fill in. And that's the only thing that the jury or Hannah needs to know about you.
No, because...
You understand that?
I do.
Along with the evidence already presented to Levente, there's something else that defies his explanations. Wi-Fi data from a Winslow, Arizona McDonald's shows suspicious searches on his iPad just hours after the murder, including Levente Lazar, suspect, Grover Beach, and Levente Lazar, murder, Grover Beach. Considering Athena's body wouldn't be found for nearly an hour later, only the killer could have made these searches. Other disturbing searches are found on Levente's devices, including what it means to be an heir and how long it takes to inherit money. With an overwhelming amount of circumstantial evidence against him, Levente is placed under arrest for the murder of Athena Valentini.
The defendant will be sentenced to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation as follows. For his conviction on 10/21/2019 by a jury's verdict of guilty as to count 1 in violation of Penal Code Section 187(a), willful, deliberate, premeditated murder in the first degree, a felony, and with the true finding that the murder was carried out for financial gain pursuant to Penal Code Section 190.2(a)(1), the defendant is sentenced to serve life in the state prison without the possibility of parole.
He's convicted of first-degree murder with a sharp object and sentenced to life without parole. With Athena's only family now incarcerated, no funeral or burial was held. Her tragic case proves that even when an immigrant finally achieves the American dream, it can just as easily turn into a nightmare. The Grover Beach police used every resource at their disposal, but Athena's beagle was never found.